Miami Hurricanes, the football team.
Really?
August 31st is going to be here before you know it, bro. I'm telling you.
It's still some time.
Still. Okay, well, it hasn't stopped 24/7 Sports from putting out their wins and losses, their prediction for this Miami football season. Let's see if we can get high on this one, Vlad. First game, Florida, August 31st. They're counting it as a W. I'm agreeing with that.
I haven't seen the team. Like, I haven't seen anything about the team.
I covered the spring game. So
okay. So
you got Cam Ward,
okay, I know that.
quarterback. Got some of the guy. You got Noah coming back. You got all what's his name? Ruben Bain come back. Nonetheless, Florida's really bad. They got Graham Mertz. What are they gonna do?
Look, you can't lose that game just out of the rivalry, man. It's just some games you can't lose.
Both teams need that win because you lose that first
and
game,
right, both teams are in the same predicament. So you need that win just so that you don't have to listen. Listen, there's too many Gators that live down in South Florida. If they win, they're gonna chop it up. Literally and figuratively, they're gonna chop your heads off.
So I do have the Miami Hurricanes winning that game. Maybe it's hopeful. Maybe it's rightful. I don't know. Second game of the year, Florida A&M. That's September 7th. They have that as a win. I also agree that Miami should be able to handle Florida A&M.
They should, but I expect a little bit of a letdown, but not to a loss. But maybe the effort might not be the same after that hopefully a big victory over the Gators.
Third game of the year, they're taking on the Fighting David Lettermans of Ball State. 24/7 has that as a win. I would hope that Miami has it together enough to defeat Ball State, who are not terrible, but they're not, the best of the best.
Okay.
Here's where it gets interesting, Vlad. At South Florida, they have it as a loss.
South Florida's good.
I know. You can't lose these in-state rivalries.
I like the fact that there's games in Florida that you can travel to where Miami can make it. You know how like my Knicks went to Philly and just took over Philadelphia, made Wells Fargo Center into
that was crazy.
Into Chase Center. How you go to another team's arena and change their bank? Because the Knicks are sponsored by Chase.
Okay.
So that's why we just turned the Wells Fargo Arena to like Chase Bank Arena. Or MSG a little bit further south. But nonetheless, I want the Hurricanes fans to go to Tampa and represent. Like go to Gainesville, represent.
Yeah.
Go to Tampa, represent. That's it.
Yeah. And they're saying the reasons why they got USF winning is because they're going to be battle tested from a couple games and they're going to have played at Alabama already. So their backs are going to be kind of up against the wall. They're going to be a little more
same Bama team, and Saban ain't on
not there no more.
So that's the only reason why you're going to say that they're battle tested, because they're going to go against Alabama without the first season without Nick Saban. Let's relax before we on Alabama. We got to see how this team is without.
Right. But they still got a lot of talent. It's just how is that talent going to?
Some of the talent transferred.
Yep, that's true too. First ACC game against Virginia Tech. 24/7 has it as a win
at home.
Yeah, is versus Virginia Tech. Yes,
okay,
it's at home.
All right,
they have that as a win.
That's the Friday night game.
That is the Friday night game, September 27th.
Yes, and then the following week we go to Berkeley.
Now that's the game I want to go to.
I definitely want to go to that game.
They have us winning that one. Cal's a little sneaky team, man. They're out on the West Coast. Got some of that West Coast offense.
I'll be lying to tell you if I know anything about Cal. I think
I get home late, watch late night games. That's
maybe a half on the Pac-12 network.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I watch late night games because I get home late and stuff like that. So that's going to be interesting. Cal, the new ACC team, one of the new ACC teams, Cal, Atlantic Coast Conference. Then you go to Louisville,
Atlantic Coast Conference, yet you're playing the Pacific. What a time to be alive.
They have us at Louisville, October 19th as a loss. Louisville is a good team, although the Hurricanes did make it a good game. Oh, of course, that was last year. I know, totally different teams.
It's on the road. So back-to-back road games. One in California, one in Berkeley, and one in Louisville.
So you split those two, you got to feel okay,
It'd be like but they have a back-to-back losses, right?
Or they have beating Cal.
So right now they have the Miami Hurricanes at what, 4-2, 5-2?
We're 5-2 right now. If we lose to Louisville, I think you get one of those wins. So I got now Florida State, October 26th. That is here in Miami. They of course have that as a loss. Will Florida State continue their trend of being extremely good, or will they kind of revert back to what they were previously? I say, man, rivalry games are hard, man. Rivalry games are hard. I'll go Miami wins. Why not? Let's do it. They got a new quarterback, of course.
I'm laughing here because you're like, You're thinking to yourself, oh, they're not gonna win.
No, they will. I got them winning.
You got them winning.
It's our turn to
All right.
beat Florida State.
I mean, look, Florida State lost a lot of players. Like
New quarterback.
if you saw the NFL draft last week and you saw how many players were drafted out of the top 5 teams in college football last season, before the bowl games, which were Michigan, Texas, Alabama, and Florida State, and Washington included as well.
Right.
But Michigan, Texas, Alabama, Florida State had 10 players or more drafted in last week's NFL draft. Bro, when 4 schools produce 40 players in a 253 draft, like that's pretty awesome, bro. Like, no, you got to give them shot. You got to shout out to those programs, man.
Yeah. And they're saying Florida State is transfer heavy, a lot like Miami. Do you believe in Mike Norvell? I'm not totally sold.
I do.
I'm not.
I do.
I'm not.
I do. He's weathered the storm. Like, that guy's weathered the storm, and he was able, whatever he does, he knows how to work that transfer portal.
Hey, we know nowadays that's vital.
And that's vital. Like that, it's not even about recruiting right now. It's all about, can you recruit during the transfer portal?
Yeah. It really does put an emphasis on getting to know players a lot better, because it used to be wherever they commit, that's where they're going to play. Now it's like, yeah, I'm committing to whatever, Ohio State, but if I don't like the situation, I got my backup plan. So you never know. They got us up against Duke November 2nd. That is a return of Manny Diaz. Oh, you got to get that win.
To the U?
Yeah.
This is down here, right?
Yeah, you got to get that win. You can't let Manny Diaz come in here and do that
to you. Manny comes here and beats you. Oh, man. This is a good schedule now. I'm thinking about it now.
There's a couple games we'll make it out to, I'm sure.
Definitely a good try. Like, you can win the state of Florida. You're playing Miami. You're playing Florida. You're playing Florida State. You're playing South Florida. Yeah.
Maybe get a bowl game against somebody. UCF or something. I don't know.
Not here in Florida. Hopefully you're somewhere nice.
You get a revenge game, a no doubter for me. It's going to be a win against Georgia Tech. Not going to let that happen. And no way Mario Cristobal going to lose a second year to Georgia Tech and have to hear the cat calls coming from Peanut Gallery. Wake Forest, November 23rd. They have that one as a win, a big win for the Miami Hurricanes. They haven't lost to the Deacon Demons since 1944. I don't like that stat. It scares me a little bit. Miami holds a 7-game win streak over Wake Forest. Last 3 meetings have been decided in crunch time. Yeah, that's how things go. And then they got you at Syracuse, November 30th. Another big win for the Miami Hurricanes. So they have them finishing at 9-3, 6-2 in the ACC, which now leads to the question. Vlad, is 9-3 a good record, satisfactory record for this Miami Hurricanes team as a fan base? I know you said you haven't seen the team and all this stuff, but do you think the fan base would be okay with, hey, 9-3, 6-2 in the ACC?
9-2,
9-3,
9-3.
Yeah,
that's a good season for Mario.
I say you go 9-3 and you beat Florida State. As a fan base,
I think you go 9-3 and you beat Florida and Florida State. You win the state of Florida,
and I think that's very satisfactory. That's
and you win your bowl game. Obviously, you got to win. No. You got to win a bowl game.
Oh, really?
Florida? Yeah, no, you got to win your.
Wow.
No, because you win a bowl game. That's a 10-win. That's a 10-win season.
That is something nice. So yeah, you need to go 9-3.
So if they go 9-3, as 24/7 has it, I think that's a great season for Mario, because that means every year you've done improvements. You went from 5-7 the first year?
Yeah.
Last year was what, 7-5?
No, yeah.
Or 7-6.
Yeah, you were 1 game above 500. And
okay, so then you were 7-6. So 5-7-9 with a chance to go to 10,
and you can get 10
in
wins.
year 3.
So that 9 and 10 maybe next to each other in numbers, but
it's a difference.
Far away.
No,
10-win season
double
is
digits.
Way.
You win double digits in college football. That's a good year. You might also. I mean, listen. Now we're talking about a new playoff system. Depending on who you beat, there's gonna be some teams, I think, that are two loss or 3 loss teams that will be in a college football playoff picture.
Yeah, you might find your way close to, if not in, the college football playoff, especially in the ACC.
If they only have 2 losses.
Oh yeah, if you're a 2-loss ACC team,
I think you have a chance.
Yeah, shot. As long as you don't, Cam Ward doesn't get hurt in the last game of the year like last year.
Jordan Travis, yeah.
Oh man, so a 10-win is magical. I mean, I hate to say magical. And I know you're going to get like, this is the Miami Hurricanes. How can that can even be acceptable? Well, the reality is a 10-win season would be great. 10 wins, including that bowl win, winning the state of Florida, onward and upward. That's really that's enough to ask. It's not too much to ask, but it's a big ask. So let's do that. Let's win the state of Florida. Let's win 9 games. Let's get into a good bowl game. Maybe sneak into the playoff and then get ready.